it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts and welcome to another Top Tip Tuesday. And today is a slightly strange one because I'm basically going to be showing you card. Now I've got a piece of Whisper White, and that's the thick. I've got a piece of thick Very Vanilla, and I've got a piece of Mossy Meadow 12 by 12. Now the reason I've got this is because I want to explain something to you. Card has... No, let's go back. Fabric has a warp and a weft. It's where they do that. So fabric, has a weave, and one way's called the warp and one way's called the weft. And one is straight and one is sort of straight. The same basic principle applies to cards. So this is a piece of 12 by 12. If I bounce it this way, I can feel some resistance. If I bounce it this way, much less resistance. So I'm basically putting the same amount of pressure on, and let me go this way, and this has got a lot of resistance. Now I'm showing you on a piece of 12 by 12 because you will appreciate that this is square, and therefore you would expect it to bend the same in each direction. When you get to A4 or North American letter size, you get the same thing, but you're going to have a different feel because one side is shorter than the other. Now this actually has more resistance than this. They both resist a bit. This is a thick card, but because they are resisting this way, you need to score them. Now the same applies for coloured cardstock, but definitely if you're going to score long and thin, which is what I generally do, this way you definitely want to score rather than just go for broke. This way, yeah, you might get away with it. But let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to bring in my lovely trimmer. I do like our new trimmer. So this is our new trimmer. Now I always score once, cut once. So if I want long thin, I will line up my card to 14.85-ish, and with my grey scoring blade I will go backwards and forwards. Now you can do this on the Simply Scored as well, in which case you want to be looking at 5 inches and 7/8 of an inch, 5 and 7/8 roughly, and then so I can then turn this, line it up to 10.5 centimetres and cut once. So score once, cut once, and then if I can get this one out, it will then crease really easily. Now there's the other thing. I crease towards the mountain. In my classes I'm always saying to my ladies, crease towards the mountain, and they think I'm mad. It's because you've stretched the fibres on the side that you've creased. So you've pushed the fibres and you've stretched them, so they're all ready to keep stretching. Whereas the ones on the inside, can you see they're crumpled? Because they haven't really been stretched. So 2 card bases ready to go. And then for the other way, so if I take my Whisper White, let's get rid of the cutting blade. I come in and at 10.5 centimetres, I score. Now in North America your dimensions are different. You've got 8.5 by 11, so you'll be doing scoring at 4 1/4. But our cardstock's slightly different. So you score at 4 1/4 and cut at 5.5, or score at 5.5 and cut at 4 1/4. In the rest of the world, we have to go in for weird measurements. So I've done my score. Now I can do my cut, and again it's at the same sort of 14.85, and there is my nice card. Now again, what I would always do, and you always see me doing this, is use my bone folder. So let me get rid of my trimmer, that's the word I was looking for. Bone folder gets you a nice crisp fold. So yeah, that is today's top tip. It's a duo. Score once, cut once, and always score. Much, much better finish if you always score. You can just about get away with it on the coloured cardstock, but I wouldn't. But definitely on the thick Whisper White and the thick Very Vanilla, always, always score if you want a nice crisp edge. And that's it. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and show me some love. And if you don't already subscribe, please do so. Your subscriptions really help. They help me bring more videos. So I know it sounds weird, but they do. So thank you very much indeed. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.